Hi there, Hassan. This is Michael, and as you know, I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer for your TOEFL online course called the 7-Step System to Pass a TOEFL IBT. And you will not give up. You're a hard worker, I'll give you that. The main thing is, if you keep working, you keep posting pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice tests, don't forget the writing, you will improve. It's just a matter of using my course. I'll get some students who enroll, but they don't actually use my lessons or study my lessons. Obviously, they're not going to make any improvements, but you seem to be very diligent in your studies. So in this case, I'm going to listen to integrated speaking practice test number 16.
The professor is talking about how glaciers are formed. He explains that glaciers are formed when the snow starts to build up and remain in the same area for a year round. When a new snow starts to build up on the top of the old layer starts to recrystallize, and the crystals get into the same size and shape of the sugar cane. In this situation, the sugar cane crystals get larger and the air pockets get smaller. After 2 winters of snow, the firn stage is formed, which is the intermediate stage between snow and glacier ice. This firn stage has a half density of water. Over time, the ice gets too condensed and the crystals get several inches in size. The glacier formation might take about 100 years, and when the snow gets too heavy, the big masses of the ice starts to moving down the hill because of the force of gravity.
All right, let's listen to it one more time.
The professor is talking about how glaciers are.
I would just say the professor talks about, not is talking about. You don't really need to use present progressive there. Just say the professor talks about the formation of glaciers or how glaciers are formed.
He explains that glaciers are formed.
Now you're using explains present tense. I think that's appropriate, using present tense to summarize the ideas.
But when the snow starts to build up and
now one thing that you didn't do, but you should consider maybe using transition words, maybe first of all or second of all or third of all or fourth of all or first, second, third, fourth, or fifth. You know, think about using transition words as a way of connecting the different steps in the formation of glaciers.
Remain in the same area for a year round.
I would just say for a year, or the snow that remains year-round but not a year-round.
A new snow starts to build up on the top of the old layer starts to recrystallize, and the crystals get into the same size and shape of the sugar cane.
It's not sugar cane, but sugar. Sugar or grains of sugar or sugar granules. So the speaker is not talking about sugar cane, so that's a misrepresentation of an important point from the lecture.
In this situation, the sugar cane crystals get larger and the air pockets get smaller. After 2 winters of snow, the firn stage is formed, which is the intermediate stage between snow and glacier ice.
Now that was good, the firn stage, which is, you're using advanced grammar there. I liked how you use the adjective clause after the word firn as a way of defining it.
This firn stage has a half density of water.
Has a high density of water. High.
Time, the ice gets too condensed and the crystals get several inches in size. The glacier formation might take about 100 years, and when the snow gets too heavy, the big masses of the ice starts to moving down the hill because of the force of gravity.
I would just say starts moving down the hill due to the force of gravity. All right, let's take a look at this one. So overall, I think you misrepresented the idea, comparing the fern to sugar or grains of sugar, but not sugar cane. So that's going to knock your score down a little bit. You had some minor pronunciation problems, so some minor problems with delivery. You had a few unnecessary pauses and hesitations in there. Language use, your vocabulary and your grammar were actually pretty good. So you had I think you demonstrated very good control of your language use. you had maybe some minor problems with your topic development and how you organized your ideas. Like I said, you might consider using a first, second, third, fourth way of organizing this, because it does say the professor's discussing the steps in the process of the formation of glaciers, so it seems logical that you could use some transition words as a way of ordering that information. Okay, your score here still, I think it's going to be a pretty good score. I'm going to put you at 3.0 out of 4 or 23 points out of 30 on this practice test. In terms of lessons you might review, I'd like to have you take a look at speaking lesson number 7, which will give you some good tips on how to organize your ideas, and you should pay attention to the part of the lesson that talks about transition words. All right?